The Philadelphia 76ers are hoping for a Rocky-like comeback to get this series at 2-2, and the Chicago Bulls will line up in this manner: John Paxson and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Up front, the combination of Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, who had only a 9 for 23 from the field on Friday night, and the center, Bill Cartwright. The coach of the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson. For the hometown Philadelphia 76ers, the backcourt of Ricky Green, who's bothered by a knee problem. Hersey Hawkins, who had a terrific game, including the game winner on Friday. Armin Gilliam, Charles Barkley are up front. And the center, Rick Mahorn, who, as Mike mentioned, has had his difficulties with the back problem, has not been able to get into it thus far in the series. And there is the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, Jim Lynam. Now, for more on the physical condition of these two ball clubs, let's go to Ahmad Rashad.
About the injuries on these teams during this time of the year, but I'm going to tell you how the coaches and the players deal with it. It just doesn't exist. There's not a starting player in the NBA that's playing right now that doesn't have an injury of some sort. You simply just must play. The NBA playoffs are a survival of the fittest. Now, I talked to Hersey Hawkins before the game. He said Michael Jordan has tendinitis and he scored 46 points. Maybe I should have some of that tendinitis. Mark?
All right, Ahmad. And the officials are Jake O'Donnell, Dan Crawford, and Bob Delaney. Game one last Saturday in Chicago. The Bulls walloped the Sixers. The final score, 105-92, did not really tell the story. Game two in Chicago on Monday, the Sixers won it. I should say the Bulls won it in a very physical game, winning by 12, and the Sixers win in game three here at the Spectrum, despite the 46 by Jordan. Michael did miss 3 free throws in the final minutes, and he said he could not push off properly.
Well, it makes a difference in that deep knee bend that he takes. Obviously changes the stroke, and they were critical free throws, as it turns out.
And he says the bad knee prevented him from shooting the jump shot with ease, so in the fourth quarter he did take the ball to the hole upon occasion. The Bulls controlling the tip. Pippen played by Barkley. And a defense right at the start. And Jordan from long range. Cartwright keeps it alive. Cartwright and Mahorn in a battle. Bulls have tried game in, game out to get Cartwright off early, and they have succeeded recently. It's a tripping foul. No! A traveling violation. Barkley cannot believe it.
As Charles Barkley grabbed the rebound and tried to power dribble out to start the fast break, the one official saw foul, the other official saw some tiny steps take place first, and there they were. It was a good call by the official.
Bulls setting up with their weave. Pippen with the screen jump, and rebounded by Grant. Jordan, yes, the Bulls 2, and the 76ers nothing.
He found his vertical jump again, by the way.
And you notice that Michael appears to be moving gingerly here at the start.
He, in transition that time, going back down the floor on defense, nice and easy running back. Did not go into an all-out sprint.
Mahorn. And he gets off. And that could be a good sign for the 76ers. Not that it is a true barometer, but I get the feeling in observing Rick Mahorn prior to the previous games where he was not in the best of spirits, very playful during the pregame warm-up. And it's a loose ball foul against the Bulls. It'll be 76ers ball. With Rick Mahorn back to his kidding around ways during the pregame warm-ups, you get the feeling that he might be feeling better as you take a look at Jordan off the follow-through and moving up court in very careful fashion.
Well, Rick Mahorn, not unusual. When you feel good and you think you have a chance to play well, it brings your spirits, your emotions to one point. When you're struggling, it brings you on a downer. You know that.
I face that with you on an everyday basis.
I realize that.
Sixers and Bulls are tied at 2 with 2 minutes gone by. Here's Pippen and Gilliam on the rebound. Nice feed for Barkley.
What actually happened that time was Barkley slipped as Pippen drove around him. As a result, Pippen was under the rim. Barkley had a head start on the fast break.
Grant. Chicago won for its first 7 from the field. Jordan from downtown, yes. And once again, backpedals in an obvious manner to tell us that he is struggling here in the early going.
Yeah, not willing to push off on that left leg.
Killian gets inside, and it's rebounded by Pippen. Last touch by Barkley. It will be 76er ball. The Bulls 5, and the Sixers 4.
Some people might have felt that that ball had gone out of bounds off of Pippen, but what actually took place was a good no call by Jake O'Donnell. Just gave the ball over. Wasn't a foul on Barkley, but give the ball to Chicago. They should have had it.
Cartwright with the head fake. Nice recovery by Mahorn. Barkley beating the Bulls down. He was also looking for a foul. Sixers with a 6-5 lead. Jordan for the open 3. And again, cobbles back down court.
Well, as long as he's going to be standing out there and not putting the ball on the floor, you're not going to have to see any double teaming. They're just basically saying if you're going to make him from out there, we'll watch you for a while.
Reach-in foul called on Jordan. And Hersey Hawkins, who has been nearly automatic at the free throw line, will shoot a pair.
Mahorn has been determined today to come out and be a factor, a contributor in this basketball game. He told us in the locker room before, I got to make something happen. Barkley sprinting out, receives the long lead pass. Jordan from behind gets a little piece, but the score counts.
Hersey Hawkins, 31 for 32 from the line in this series against the Bulls. Bulls by 1. Hersey Hawkins with only the 10 points in that wipeout in game 1, but he has come on. 30 in game 2. He had a game winner in game 3 along with the 29 points, and he hit 4 of 6 from downtown on Friday. Also blocked. He blocked 4 shots.
You know, we talked a number of times during the season, and a responsibility on Joe Dumars for the Pistons when Isaiah went down, having to lead, having to defend, having to score. Hawkins in a similar situation. They need his scoring, but yet he's got to defend Michael Jordan.
Most unusual pass attempt that went astray. Oh, look at that. Barkley getting away with a palm.
No, a high dribble.
Yes. Right. Jordan questioned it, and off the double team, the kick ball is called.
Barkley loves to lead fast breaks, one of the small forwards in the league that has the ability to do that. And right about here, he loses control. The official said, no, it just went straight up and down, a high dribble. Jordan said, oh, no, he turned it over.
Game tied at 8. Pippen jumping out for the steal, and Jordan leaps a 4-on-2. Michael Jordan. 3 out of 5. It counts.
Jordan, who shoots the jumper, leaves a mismatch underneath. Grant jumping against Hawkins underneath. No match right there. Just too much size. Powers it back up and in.
Foul called on the horn. And Horace Grant to the line. He has discarded the goggles. He said, in our conversation with him last night, he said that Charles Oakley and Patrick Ewing in the series against the Knicks were constantly knocking them off on purpose, and he said the Sixers are doing the same. So he has shed them, even though he is nearsighted, but says it doesn't matter.
I read that in the Knicks scouting report to knock the goggles free.
Barkley squaring up for the shot from downtown, and Cartwright getting the good position. Phil Jackson was upset with Horace Grant the other day. Pippen getting inside for the reverse, and the Bulls with a 13-8 lead. Phil wanted Horace Grant to be a bit more physical against the 76ers. Here's Hawkins, and Cartwright rebounds. Phil Jackson, usually a very low-key coach on the sideline. Jackson, and Hawkins gets to it. But he was caught within camera range Friday night screaming at Grant, who walked away from it. Green not able to hit. Green gets it back. Nice feed for Barkley. And the Bulls lead 5-3. We asked both Horace and Phil about it, and Phil said, well, it's one of those things. He wanted to get Horace more aggressive. Here's Grant from deep. Grant gets it back. And let's see the officials check it out. It will be Chicago ball. Horace Grant also made the point he respects Phil Jackson so much that he walked away. He did not want to get into any kind of tirade with him. We'll be right back.
Because if you don't watch your figure, who will?
It's the right beer now.
Because when it comes to water, the only place to start is at the top.
It's the right beer now.
Because when the party's going full steam, you don't want to fill up. So reach for the beer that won't slow you down. The Silver Bullet.
Coors Light, it's the right beer now.
Mazda trucks are built so tough, they're guaranteed bumper to bumper long enough for a trip around the world. Twice. Mazda trucks, guaranteed tough.
Gillette presents Sensor, the system, the technology that will change the way you shave forever. Sensor, twin blades set on springs to read your face and respond. Independent suspension to sense and adjust to every curve of your face. No other razor comes close. Gillette Sensor, for the best shave a man can get.
Oscar winner Rod Steiger and Michael Gross take you on one of the biggest manhunts in FBI history. In the Line of Duty 3, Manhunt in the Dakotas, NBC tonight.
This is the scene Friday night as Phil Jackson went at Horace Grant. Horace just walked away. Phil said that kind of lost it for the moment, but he was trying to make a point to get Horace more aggressively involved.
In a high-pressure situation such as the playoffs with competitive people playing and coaching the game, those things are going to happen. The most important thing is, though, that everyone understands. You put that behind you, you move on to the biggest thing, and that's advancing to the next round.
The Bulls 5 for 15 from the field. The Sixers at 4 out of 9. Jordan has come out, hit 3 out of 5, 2 from downtown. And Chicago has a 3-point lead. Hawkins in the backcourt with Green up front, Gilliam, Barkley, and Mahorn. We're halfway through this first quarter. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Ahmad Rashad from the Spectrum in Philadelphia. 6 on the shot clock. Gilliam rebounded by Mahorn. And we are seeing a different Rick Mahorn this afternoon.
Much more active. Rick told us before the game, it's not the back injury that I had in Detroit. This is in the upper back part. It's more of a muscle spasm that he's trying to recover from.
Cartwright, yes. And the Bulls with a 3-point lead. Rick Mahorn in the opening series against Milwaukee shot 14 for 18 from the field. That set a 3-game series record at 78%. Gilliam posting up on Grant. Well, he went with the baby hook. Jordan looking to make the move on Hawkins. Gets help. Off the double. Cartwright open. So was Grant.
Excellent half-court execution. As soon as the 76ers double-team the high post pick and roll, the other Chicago players under the basket went to designated spots. It was just a matter of Michael Jordan picking out the right person.
Bulls lead it 17-12. 4:40 to go in this first quarter. Foul on Cartwright.
Right before this play, it was Bulls 5, second shots, Sixers 1. But Mahorn asserting himself, goes up, gets the offensive rebound, second chance score.
Body to body, guys.
Now Barkley being played by Pippen. Strong move by Charles Barkley, has made it back from a strain of the medial collateral ligament in his left knee. He is still being slowed by that brace that encases the knee. And he's playing more under control, playing with restraint. Yes, and it counts. Paxson gets the call on the continuation, and he will go to the foul line. Ricky Green on the foul.
Paxson, who has the bad right wrist, just switches over, uses the left, just turns the corner on Rick Green.
John Paxson has been quiet thus far during the playoffs. He had the outstanding shooting regular season. Bulls 20 and the Sixers 14 with just under 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinal series. Bulls up 2-1. Game 5 Tuesday. Back in the Windy City. Gilliam is clobbered by Cartwright. Beautiful double, triple pump move by Armin Gilliam.
And Chicago has changed its defense now right here within the first quarter. Early they played Gilliam straight up, no double team. This time you'll see a triple team take place. Not only Grant from behind, but here comes Jordan. There's Cartwright. They're determined to stop Gilliam from getting off early.
Cartwright called for his second, prompting a roar from the crowd. Armin Gilliam 0 for 4 from the field. And he continues the 0 for. Gilliam had the invisible game, as did most of his teammates in Game 1, then came on Game 2, and outstanding here on Friday night. This after a strong series in the sweep of Milwaukee, having 21 a game against the Bucks.
The most important thing for a short 76er team, that front line all must do its share of rebounding. He got 11 in Game 3. The other 2 games were not acceptable off the glass.
Mahorn played Pippen very well, but Scottie Pippen still able to connect off the crossover. It's the Bulls 22 and the 76ers 15. Andre Turner has played well here on Friday, getting set to come on. 5 on the 24. Grant with the steal. Green back. Here comes Paxson. Nice play by Green. He broke it up.
And Paxson can't believe a foul wasn't called. Ricky Green reached from behind, grabbed his arm. No call, but at least you get the ball back ahead of bounds.
And a lovely way to head back to the bench. As Green will sit down, replaced by Andre Turner. Ricky heard it from the crowd. Phil Jackson did not like the non-call and has some words for the official. Timeout has been taken with 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. Here's the move by Paxson and the reach-in by Green.
Now is a great time to get a Mazda 626, the best-selling car in Mazda history. Get a 626 LX now and save big on a Mazda value pack. Plus, factory-to-dealer incentives can save you hundreds more. It's a great deal, but great deals don't last forever. Right time, right car, right deal.
At your local Mazda dealer now.
It's the Coors Light Rock and Roll Summer. Yes, the beer that won't fill you up. We'll be dancing its can off all summer long. Just visit the display and look for the specially marked cans, and you could instantly win the ultimate stereo system, 10 and portable CD player, a set from Capitol Records, and thousands of other great music prizes. We know it's only Coors Light Rock and Roll Summer, but we like it.
The only company in the air express business with 2 next-day delivery options is Federal Express. 10:30 a.m. if your package has to arrive early, or if it can get there just a little later in the day. We've got a brand new afternoon service that will deliver almost anything up to 150 pounds by 3 o'clock. At a price that's tough to beat. Same great service, now twice a day. Federal Express, absolutely, positively the best in the business. Twice a day.
They say that over. They say that you're through, but they just don't know you the way that I do. So bring back the best.
It's not how much you pay that counts, but what you get for your money. This consumer tip was brought to you by Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Rick Mahorn and his 11th season out of Hampton Institute. Averaging for the season just under 11 per ball game, but look at that, 1.3 and only 3 rebounds per game over the first 3 against the Bulls. But he's opened up strong in the first quarter. Pippen got the step. And Grant with the follow. The Bulls 24 and the 76ers 15.
Keep in mind, this is a very active Chicago Bulls team. You must eliminate the number of second shot opportunities they get during the course of this game.
Mahorn. Ron Anderson getting set to come on for the first time. Jordan off the heavyweight. And Hawkins getting to it. Fast break for the Sixers. And Turner couldn't handle it. Jordan got a hand on the pass. He deflected it.
The deflection made the pass wind up behind the receiver, off his hand, turnover.
And now Ron Anderson has checked in. Armin Gilliam departs. Ron Anderson has been very quiet over the first 3 games against Chicago. B.J. Armstrong in for the first time. Cliff Livingston getting set to make his way. Won't count. Jake O'Donnell waves it off. The foul before the shot attempt. Not Hawkins. That is his first. And here is Cliff Livingston replacing Bill Cartwright. Cartwright 1 for 4 from the field. And 2 personal fouls. Armstrong changed his mind. Jordan. Well, Michael now 3 for 7. The Bulls continue to control the offensive board. And again, it's Grant for Jordan. He blew the layup. Rebounded by Barkley. Offensive foul on Barkley.
This is not unusual for Chicago to do this on the offensive board. They're the 4th best team in the NBA at retrieving their own missed shots. Jordan actually jumps a little bit too high, almost shoots it over the rim.
Bulls lead by 9. And now called against Chicago. It is an offensive foul on B.J. Armstrong. Armin Gilliam trying to check in. He's been told by the official Bob Delaney that he must report to the scorer's table. Give it a wave and being brought on. Rick Mahorn will sit down. Anderson up front now with Gilliam and Barkley, Hawkins, and Turner in the backcourt. Andre Turner in his 5th year out of Memphis State. He's played well coming off the bench. Changes the pace for the Sixers. Move by Barkley, and he took a bump.
If you're going to come and double-team Charles Barkley, you must do it sooner than the painted or colored area in the middle of the lane. You've got to come early, make him give up the basketball, and then have a chance at least for the rest of your players to make their rotations. When he catches you back down here in the paint, I don't think there's any one individual that can stop him down there.
Livingston's foul, putting Barkley on the line because the Bulls are over the limit. Charles has had his difficulties at the free throw line. Did not have a good one on Friday. 7 for 13 from the foul line Friday night. Bulls lead by 8 with 1:20 to go in the first. Armstrong and Jordan now in the backcourt. Grant, Pippen, Livingston. Livingston up front. Bill Jackson telling us last night that he would go big at times and go small at times, and he has the smaller front line on the floor right here.
One of the other things he mentioned also was he had to make an adjustment in their half-court offense when Jordan's knee was bothering him in the last game. Michael came in a timeout and said, how about posting me up some more so I don't have to use my dribble moves to get free.
Barkley with the steal and gave it back. The officials check it out. 76 of all indicates Jake O'Donnell.
And good communication by the two officials. O'Donnell signaled it, blew the whistle a couple extra times to let the other officials know, I got a good look. They waited, let Jake make the call.
Michael Jordan has missed his last 5 shot attempts. Hawkins swinging away, and Hersey will go to the foul line.
Actually, that time, Hersey had his teammate, Andre Turner, floating away to a spot-up area when the triple team took place. A good time to just give the ball up, get your teammate off with an open shot.
Foul committed by Horace Grant. Hersey Hawkins came on strong in the second half of last season. Charles Barkley said he was the key to the 76er success, of strong bounce back from a poor playoff performance against the Knicks in his rookie year, and he has been solid right throughout. This is his 3rd NBA season in the All-Star team. This despite the fact that he's played hurt for a good portion of the year. Shoulders aching, sore back, twisted ankle, just the normal aches and pains.
Doesn't have a whole lot to say. He just goes out and plays the game. And the nice thing is he continues to get better and develop in different areas of the basketball game as he goes on in his career.
The Bulls by 6. And Grant was held. Trying to take advantage of the mismatch with Andre Turner.
Yeah, somehow Grant wound up with Turner on his back down low. Jordan got up in the air, looked around a little bit, and said, oh, there he is. Let me just find him underneath. They went to a spread set to allow Jordan the ability to penetrate down the lane. Then he's so good at drawing the second defender and finding an open teammate.
And now Jordan posting up on Hawkins. Gilliam could hold on, and it was deflected out by Livingston.
Right now, it's up to Barkley and Gilliam with Mahorn on the bench. They must control the defensive boards and give the Bulls only one shot at the basket.
Light pressure employed by the Bulls. Chicago missing their last 6 shot attempts, so they've gone cold. They lead 24-18, down to 15 seconds in the quarter, 10 on the shot clock. Turner with the step, and tipped home by Gilliam. The Bulls lead cut to 4. Final seconds of the first quarter. Pippen, Armstrong, yes, at the horn. After 1 here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, it's the Chicago Bulls 26 and the Philadelphia 76ers 20. Michael Jordan with an 8-point first quarter, but only 3 for 9 from the field. 2 of the 3 from downtown. We'll be back with the second quarter right after a pause for these messages.
Cars are lucky enough to even see the finish line. The rotary-powered Mazda RX-7 has won more races than any other car in IMSA history. The Mazda RX-7.
Good morning, America!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wake up, you sleepyhead.
Good morning to you. And you and you.
Get up, get out of bed.
every morning all across America. Over 50 million people come to life with Delta faucets.
Live, love, laugh, and be happy.
Good morning, good morning,
Delta,
good
the way
morning.
water is brought to life.
Most guys would tell you they don't really think about their hair. Right. Personally, I think most guys want their hair to look good as long as it's not a hassle. That's where Pert Plus comes in. It's a unique shampoo and conditioner in one. So, you get clean, more manageable hair than with plain shampoo, but without any extra work. That's Pert Plus. Hey, I admit it, I think about my hair. But it's not all I think about.
Wash and go with Pert Plus. Also in dandruff control.
The Lakers. The Warriors. It's Magic and Mullen in a good old Western shootout. The NBA playoffs continue next.
Earlier this season, there were reports that Charles Barkley and Armin Gilliam were in disagreement in terms of basketball philosophy. The feeling was when the ball went into Armin, it did not come back, and I talked about that with Charles.
I've never had a problem with Armin. The only problem I have was sometimes he doesn't rebound like a power forward should. I've never had a problem if he's going to score every time, he can shoot the ball as many times as he wants to. But the only problem I've ever had with Armin was I thought he should have been averaging double-figure rebounds. He was only averaging about 6 or 7 rebounds. But he's been rebounding well and playing great so far in the playoffs.
During the regular season, he averaged 7 rebounds a game. In the playoffs thus far, down to almost 6.5.
Jim Lynam was telling us that he also would like to see Gilliam assert himself more, was the way he phrased it. Well, he certainly did on Friday night in Game 3 with the 76ers defeating the Bulls. Will Perdue has come on as we get underway in the second quarter. Here's Anderson, couldn't find the shot. 2 on the 24, and Pippen stole it from Anderson. Scottie Pippen all the way. What a move by Pippen.
That last sequence developed because of full court pressure by the Bulls and the fact that they allowed Hawkins to bring it up. He is not comfortable as the point guard.
Anderson trying to get into it. The shot has not been falling for Ron Anderson during the course of this series. Hodges for 3. Right on the tip. And the Bulls lead by 10. In the first quarter, Chicago only 11 for 29. A host of shot opportunities. Sixers with 7 for 16 from the floor. And Horace Grant, the big man for the Bulls, 7 points and 7 rebounds. Sixers want to talk it over.
That's the 9th second shot opportunity and the 12th point that the Bulls have scored when they miss a shot.
So timeout with a minute gone by in this second quarter, and the Bulls now lead it by the score of 30 to 20. Ron Anderson had an outstanding regular season. Played well in the opening round against the Milwaukee Bucks. There you see for the season just under 19 per game in this series at 8 points per game. And his shot making off the bench has been so important for the Sixers.
You count on this guy to help your perimeter game during the regular season. As you mentioned, he almost shot 49% from the floor. But in the playoffs, he's right around 42%. They need him to make a few jumpers to open up. Barkley posting up down low.
Barkley works on the double team, and he's clobbered by Perdue. Will Perdue called for the foul.
Remember, we had said if you're going to come after Barkley, you got to come after him before he gets into the paint area. Once he's in the blue, he's just too tough to stop.
Actually, free throw shooting problems of Barkley for the season, only 72%. Crowd responds as Manute Bol checks in for the first time. Armin Gilliam sitting down. Armin 0 for 4 from the field. Manute Bol got the thumb in the late stages of the game on Friday night. Did not like a foul call and softly tossed the ball in the direction of the official, Jack Neese, and then he claimed that it was Michael Jordan who threw the ball at Neese.
But he certainly is a factor for the 76ers when he's on the floor. During the season, when he was off the floor, opponents shot 49% against him. When he was on the floor, only 42%.
And it's tipped home by Perdue. Bulls by 10.
And that's one of the things that you emphasize emphasize, when Bowl goes to block shots, if he's guarding you, go to the offensive boards. That's just what Will Perdue did.
Hawkins and Turner at the guard. Barkley with Bowl and Anderson up front. Here's Hawkins. He lost the grip. Armstrong with the pull-up. And back come the Sixers. 3-on-2. Oh, what a pass. Barkley for Anderson. 32-24, Chicago. Illegal defense. Minute kind of hanging around down low.
Yes, and Andre Turner got caught on the other side of the floor also. Jake O'Donnell could pick out either one of the guys, but he's going to give it to Minute.
9:39 remaining in this first half.
Three reminders from a leader in four-wheel drive and all-wheel drive technology. 1. Don't try this without the advantage of four-wheel drive. 2. Don't try this without the advantage of all-wheel drive. And 3. Don't try 1 or 2 without the advantage of Jeep or Eagle.
Me and Joe were two of the most feared players in football. Now we want to try more peaceful pursuits, like fishing. We brought along some cold Miller Lights. This Light's not some watered-down version of a regular beer. It's a less filling beer that really tastes great.
You ready to try and catch a fish, Randy?
Okay, Joe, I'll go first. Hey, fish, get in the boat!
Oh, this fish is pretty easy. It's no fish story. When it's Miller Lite, less filling, tastes great.
Hey, that was too small. Get out of here!
Attenzione, prego. Cos'è questa cosa qua?
It's the Canon Futura.
Sembra sospetto. Guarda qua,
With futuristic flash and long-range power zoom lens. The Futura from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
Midas announces Quiet Riot Day with great values on muffler, brakes, and suspension service. So get to the riot. We'll provide the quiet. The Midas Quiet Riot. For great values, nobody beats Midas. Nobody!
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA. By Miller Lite. When it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great. And by Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Back at the Spectrum, the Bulls with an 8-point lead on the Sixers, and this Philadelphia 76er club, a very loose team, an illustration of Sixer mirth. Charles Barkley's impersonation of Rick Mahorn at a recent practice session. What is Charles telling us here?
Is he saying that Rick carries some extra luggage around?
And I know that Rick certainly appreciated the comedy attempt of Charles. 2.5 gone by in the second. It's the Bulls with an 8-point lead. Purdue being guarded now at times by Bowl.
At the offensive end of the floor, let's see if they run a little back pick lob for Bowl. Jimmy Lynam likes to do that, coming out of timeouts, try and get the big guy off.
Pippen from deep. Anderson with the save, but he stepped out. Look out. Ron letting a hand. What a guy.
Chasing it down, the good hustle by Anderson, and then the collision with the fan, and nice enough to extend the hand, bring him back up quickly. He says, look, I got to go. We're starting this game again.
Bill Jackson with a backcourt of B.J. Armstrong and Craig Hodges. Will Perdue, Scottie Pippen, and now Stacey King up front. Stacey King has not seen much action in this series. Played well against the Bulls in the playoffs last year. Started a couple of games. And it's King posting on Barkley. Rebounded by Hawkins.
Yeah, and that time you had 4 white shirts for the Sixers going to the defensive boards.
Barkley with the stutter step dribble through the foul again. Charles landing on the floor. He took a push. It was fouled by King. is a non-shooting foul. Anderson, Barkley, and Bowl up front. Hawkins and Turner in the backcourt.
A nice move by the Sixers, having the big man as the next help guy. Purdue, a little bit slow getting over there to form the double team.
Strong start by Barkley, who's hit 5 out of 6, 13 points. Crowd urging Manute to shoot from deep. Goes to the fling.
He jump hooked from the foul line area.
I guess that's one that Jim Lynam has to live with. You do not want to see that shot from such a distance. They live with a couple from in close. Now Purdue, he beat Bowl and was able to go glass to give the Bulls a 10-point lead.
Yeah, but let's look at it from the positive side. You got it out of the way now, so maybe he won't do it down the end of the game.
Do you think he did get it out of the way?
We'll find out.
Manute had a 10-point game, a season high against the Bulls in an extensive garbage time situation last week in Chicago. Anderson, and here comes Armstrong. Sixers able to get back.
Anytime that Chicago wants to double team, they send Manute's man.
Scotty Pippen has 8. And the Bulls open up a 12-point lead. Jim Lynam wants to talk it over, calling for the timeout. So a 12-point lead for Chicago. It is their biggest of the ball game.
The jump hook from the foul line is not one of the things that Jim Lynam was drawing up in that huddle. And then Purdue, once he sees Bowl leave right there to challenge, goes right to the basket to score on the inside.
Jump hook, very kind.
Who could that be? It's Charles Barkley with today's word.
Today's word is find.
Tell the boys and girls how you get fined, Charles. You can get fined for a lot of things, like yelling, arguing, and bad-mouthing an official, but most of all for fighting. Have you ever been fined, Charles? Never, ever. No. Charles is a great player, but he has a lousy memory. Never, ever.
A new high-output 4-liter engine. Anti-lock brakes. And exclusive shift-on-the-fly, full-time 4-wheel drive. Make Jeep Cherokee the ultimate vehicle for the hustle and bustle of everyday life.
Now save $1,000 on new Jeep Cherokees.
I think that's the best move I've ever made, was to stay in school and really pay attention and focus on the things that you need to get done in high school. I think if kids want to get a quality education, it's there, and it's there for your benefit. I think you should really capitalize on that opportunity. Stay in school. It's your best move.
A message furnished by Ronald McDonald Children's Charities, the NBA, and its players.
Miller Genuine Draft presents #1 draft choices.
Today's Miller Genuine #1 draft pick, Hersey Hawkins. While at Bradley, Hersey finished his college career as the NCAA's 4th all-time leading scorer. He was actually drafted by the LA Clippers with the 6th overall pick back in '88. Then on draft day, he was dealt to the 76ers. He capped the rookie season by being named to the NBA All-Rookie team, and this year a member of the East All-Star squad. A reminder, at the end of today's broadcast, we'll be selecting the Miller Genuine Draft Player of the game. Let's go over to Ahmad Rashad.
All right, Mark, for that last time out, Jimmy Lynam inserted Rick Mahorn back in the lineup. They're trying to get some offense going, so they set Manute Bowl down and bring in Ricky Mahorn.
All right, Ahmad, it is a combination of Mahorn with Barkley and Anderson up front, Turner and Hawkins in the backcourt, and the Bulls trail by 12. The Sixers trail by 12, biggest lead of the game for Chicago. Hawkins, and an illegal defense indicated by Dan Crawford. So the 76ers get the new 24. The last time that a team has come back after being down 0-2 in a best-of-7 series in 1977. Portland down 2-zip, came back to defeat the 76ers 4-2 in the NBA Finals. Here is Turner, rebounded by Purdue. Chicago winning the first 2 games of this series. Philadelphia winning in the final seconds here on Friday. Rodgers with the step. Barkley chased by Pippen. Yes, and it counts.
One of the pluses is Charles Barkley's ability to lead the fast break and then finish at the end. He can pass off to open teammates or finish it himself. He loves taking it all the way.
Michael Jordan returning. Sat out the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Greg Hodges sits down. Scottie Pippen with the foul to put Charles Barkley at the line. He's now 3 out of 5 from the line. Barkley with 15. The Bulls by 10. Purdue is up front, along with Pippen and King, Jordan, and Armstrong at the guard position. Jordan picked up on the switch. Pippen, Scottie Pippen has 10.
And that's the changing of the defenses by the 76ers. That time, they double-team Jordan. He makes the pass. He's counting on his teammates to make the shot. Other times, they try to play him straight up. Don't come and double-team.
Ricky Green. Bulls 38, and the 76ers 28. Jordan getting the screen. 10 points for Michael Jordan. He's hit on 4 out of 10. He has done it with the jump shot. He did try to post up a couple of times earlier. He's hit 2 from downtown. Horn comes out to set the pick and then rolls to the hoop. Met by the double team. Ricky Green shooting. The Bulls 40, the 76ers 30. Pippen had it deflected away. Jordan on the recovery. Hawkins playing him very tough. And Hawkins with the deflection. Foul is called. Oh, what a play defensively by the Sixers. The foul on Jordan.
They understand that they've got to be aggressive out here today. They've got to make things happen to give themselves a chance at more shots, a way to score more points against this Bulls defense. The hustle appreciated by the fans.
Substitutions, Bill Cartwright, Horace Grant, John Paxson returned. 5.5 remaining in this first half. The Bulls by 10. Barkley getting the step. Charles Barkley with 17. An 8-point Chicago lead and a reaching foul call. Crowd looking for the clean steal. But the horn picks up his second. And Jake O'Donnell is asking for the basketball. Barkley just put it at center court. And now trying to explain that it was not intentional. He was not looking for the official to have to walk to center court.
And I believe Bob Delaney walked over the other official and called a delay of game against the 76ers.
Barkley guarding Jordan. Forced him to the jump. The foul called on the Sixers. It's on Anderson.
On the strip right there, the whistle blows. Barkley thinks he's got a clean steal, heading the other way, and then the official is calling for the basketball. Rick Mahorn's trying to help out everyone, saying, I can't believe what's going on out here.
And the Sixers stay with the matchup of Barkley and Jordan. Jordan to the crossover, and he was hit. No argument from Charles Barkley.
It's the first time now that we've seen Jordan go real strong, real hard. He knows that he can beat Barkley off the dribble. Mahorn rotating across, but as he walks away gingerly on that bad left knee.
Michael Jordan took treatment throughout the day yesterday. Phil Jackson called off practice, just looking to give the guys a rest. Michael Jordan coming off the 20 to 34 for 46 points on Friday. And Charles Barkley hears it from the crowd as he gets his first rest of the afternoon. 7 for 8 from the field, 3 out of 5 from the line for 17 points.
During the regular season, Barkley averaged around 37 minutes a game. In the playoffs, he's up to 39.5 minutes a game. Just now, he went 19 straight minutes before they took him out of the game.
Well, the crowd looking for offensive interference. Chicago by 9. Mahorn and Cartwright going at it down low. Here's Mahorn. And the foul called on Cartwright. That is his third.
Ron Anderson is going to have to face up and knock out a couple of those jump shots. Right now, his defensive man is playing halfway off him, trying to stop the pass into the post. That's why it's so hard to get the ball down low to Rick Mahorn. There's a guy in front of him, Bill Cartwright behind.
Rick Mahorn, a good free throw shooter, just under 80% for the season. And Phil Jackson opts to go with Stacey King rather than Will Perdue. As Bill Cartwright is taken out, Cartwright 1 out of 4 from the field, plus the 3 personal fouls. Mahorn short on him. And the Bulls with an 8-point lead. Back to the offense. Just under 4.5 remaining. And the first half, Arv Albert, Mike Fratello, Monty Shot from the spectrum, and Kelly Grant with a terrific recovery of a pass that was thrown a bit high.
Yeah, and use that left arm real well to shield off the defender and get the shot off with his right hand.
Bulls by 10. They've had the sizable lead throughout. They've led by as many as 12. Hawkins getting it back out, and Green fires.
That was a great series defensively, though, for Chicago. They made a number of rotations. They forced the Sixers to move the basketball.
Anderson with the deflection recovered by Grant. Here's King. And the Bulls with a 45-33 lead. A.C. King with his first field goal. Charles Barkley getting set to return. Very effective double up on Gilliam. Anderson. And last touch by King. Could not get out of the way.
With Barkley out of the game, the options become limited as to where the 76ers can go for scores. They do not have a number of guys that create one-on-one off the dribble like a Michael Jordan type player. Barkley can do it, but he was out.
The Bulls want to talk it over. They take a timeout with 3 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in this first half. And apparently a technical foul has been called on one of the 76ers assistant coaches. That is Fred Mad Dog Carter, and apparently he was hit with the tee. We'll be right back.
Dodge Spirit, the Plymouth Acclaim. Last year in consumer comparisons, 83 out of 100 people preferred the Acclaim and Spirit to Honda Accord. Both have a longer powertrain warranty than Honda, more interior room, and a driver's airbag. So what are you waiting for? A deal? All right. We're offering savings and incentives up to $2,250. Rediscover the great American family car values.
Subway's Cold Cut Combo. It starts with a foundation of the freshest bread anywhere. Baked every 4 hours in every Subway store. Then cheese, 3 kinds of meat, and whichever of our 9 tasty fixings you choose. Total construction cost $1.69. It's time to eat. Subway 6-inch Cold Cut Combo for $1.69 we can build one for you.
For NBC Special Monday, we took 3 of the biggest superstars on the tube.
This is gonna be good.
Added the adorable Cosby Clan.
They are adorable, aren't they?
And let them make comedy magic.
It's their job.
First, it's a special Monday Cosby Show. Then, Jasmine Guy guest stars on The Fresh Prince. A special NBC Monday.
Bob Costas and Pat Riley back in New York at halftime. We'll have a profile of the Warriors' Chris Mullin. You'll see him later today against the Lakers on NBC. And
we'll take a look at the quintessential role player, Horace Grant, for the Chicago Bulls and why he helps others get headlines.
Right now, we send it back to Marv Albert and Mike Fratello at the Spectrum for the rest of the first half. See you in a few minutes.
Bob, Pat, thank you. And Horace Grant has come up very strong in the first half today. Just a moment ago, Fred Mad Dog Carter was hit with a technical foul. One-time outstanding player for the Bullets and the 76ers. He was tagged with the moniker Mad Dog, incidentally, by teammate Ray Scott following a defensive drill when Scott said, "That guy is madder than a dog." Mike, we bring you these behind-the-scenes stories from time to time as Paxson hits the technical.
I was most impressed with the fact that Riles is laying some big words on us from the studio.
Yes. I'm not surprised. I mean, the man has been studying very hard.
But then again, when you sit next to Mr. Costas, those things do rub off.
We're being so nice. Bulls go to the trap. Mahorn looked like Grant got a piece of it. The Bulls by 13 as we come up on 3 minutes remaining first half. Jordan penetrating. Oh, what a shot. He goes high off glass while twisting his body, and he now has 13.
Could have just laid that thing in. He made it look difficult.
Biggest lead of the game. A 15-point margin. The Bulls have come up with 7 unanswered. Shot clock at 6. Gilliam. And Armin Gilliam continues to struggle. He is 0 for 5.
As he's making his move offensively, it looks like Gilliam can't decide whether he wants to use glass, the backboard from there, or try to play it straight in.
Jordan with a strong move to his left. Mahorn on the rebound took a poke over the left eye. Here's Green. Gilliam. Barkley. Barkley again. 19 for Charles Barkley. The Bulls 48 and the 76ers 35.
Offensive rebounds don't come easy for the 76er team. They were the 26th best, meaning there's only one team worse than them in getting back their missed shots during the regular season.
Holding foul called on Ricky Green. That was the 4th team foul on the 76ers. Livingston will throw in. Livingston with King and Grant up front. Jordan and Paxson in the backcourt. Now Jordan with the post-up move. That's a post-up move you rarely will see anyone else attempt. Off the steal. Grant extends to a 15-point advantage.
Michael Jordan with the great hands deflects it, knocks it to Grant, who finishes off the play. Jordan is so dangerous hanging around rebounders at the defensive board area.
And Paxson deflected it. And here's Paxson. The Bulls by 17. We're down to 1 minute left in this first half, and the Sixers are hearing it from the home crowd. Chicago's defense has turned it here in the second quarter. Nice move. For Hersey Hawkins, that was his first field goal. He's hit 4 of 4 from the line for 6 points. Chicago 52 and Philadelphia 37. Jordan. Gilliam on the rebound, and he was bumped by Grant. Bulls over the limit.
A few moments ago, they send Jordan down in the hole. He creates some kind of shot in trying to score, but even after he misses, when you defensive rebound, you've got to be careful. He loves to stay after the rebounder, knocks it free. The finish by Grant.
And Grant picked up his third foul. Armin Gilliam, 1 for 2 from the foul line. Will shoot 2 with 33 and 7/10 seconds to go in the first half.
Steals, forcing turnovers, gives your team so many extra shots during the regular season. Chicago right up there at the top as one of the leaders in steals.
Scottie Pippen returns. Horace Grant, who just picked up his third, will sit down. Armin Gilliam with only 1 point, 5 rebounds in this first half. Superb half for Grant. 6 for 11, 13 points, along with 9 rebounds. Chicago Bulls looking to make it a 3-1 lead in this best of 7. They'll play Game 5 Tuesday in Chicago. Jordan bottled up. Crowd wanted a charge. Down to 10 seconds to go in the half. Barkley trying to clear it out as he goes against Jordan. And then pitches it back. Green for 3. And that is the end of the first half. The Bulls taking command in the second quarter. The defense sparking the offense. Jordan with 13 at the half. And Barkley has hit 8 of 10 for his 19. The Bulls by 14 here in Philadelphia. Coming up in a moment, it'll be Bob and Pat back at our studio.
All right, Ahmad Rashad back at the Spectrum with Coach Jimmy Lineman. Down 14 points, your assessment of the first half.
Well, we have to rebound the ball better, Ahmad. Plain and simple. They have 13-second shots. We're not going to get it done that way.
All right, good luck to you in the second half. All right, Mark.
Thanks, Ahmad. Jim Lineman, his third year as head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. And he has his ball club in a hole as they head to the third quarter. Crowd urging the Sixers on. 13 apiece for Jordan. Grant, Pippen with 10. Balance scoring by the Bulls. Barkley with 19. And no one else in double figures.
In the first half, it's interesting that Phil Jackson played his bench 34 minutes of playing time. Jim Lynam, 22 minutes from his bench. The difference in productivity, 8 points from the Bulls bench, only 2 from the 76ers.
Ricky Green, Hersey Hawkins in the backcourt. Charles Barkley, Rick Mahorn, and Armin Gilliam up front. Third quarter is underway. Hawkins with a very soft first half. 1 for 3 from the field. That's good. Barkley getting inside. He is 21. And the Bulls now lead 52-40. Resetting Chicago. Jordan and Paxson at the guards. Cartwright with Grant and Pippen on the front line. Good hands by Green. And Barkley with the one-bounce delivery to Hawkins. What a pass by Charles Barkley.
You talk about threading a needle. That thing just missed the outstretched hand to Scottie Pippen. A good catch by Hawkins in conversion.
Chicago with a 10-point lead. Grant.
I think we see a little difference in the intensity level right now of the 76ers.
There's Gilliam, and he's stripped. Beautiful play by Grant. Pippen now guarded by Barkley. Hawkins back on Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Pippen. Scottie Pippen with 12. And the Bulls lead at 54-42. Nice backdoor lead, but Hawkins missed the layup. And Hawkins' pass picked off. And the Sixers just standing around, did not react. Foul called. Green picks it up.
Actually, a good foul by Green to stop the layup, but Barkley sees his man out in front, bounces it just past the outstretched hand of Pippen. Good recovery by Hawkins. And Charles likes it. He knows he has to get the crowd into the game. He knows he needs his teammates to step up and perform.
2 minutes gone by in the third. Jordan drawing the double team. Finds Grant. 15 points for Horace Grant. And so the Bulls able to settle down. They're back to a 14-point advantage. Mahorn. Rick Mahorn has hit 3 out of 5. He has 7 points. The Bulls by 12. Michael Jordan 5 for 16 from the field in the first half. It's been, for the most part, a jump shooting exhibition by Jordan. Barkley going around Grant and then hit Gilliam in the head with the pass.
And the reason he dropped it off is he had taken it off so far away from the basket he couldn't quite reach it himself. Tried to drop it off. Teammate wasn't looking. Armin Gilliam.
And Gilliam was called for the foul.
See, Charles actually picked up his dribble right at the outside of the lane area. He kind of hopped, skipped, and jumped to try and get to the front of the rim. He was airborne. Figured I'll let my teammate lay it in.
Well, the 76ers normally have a terrific sense of humor, and perhaps when they step away from this ball game, if it continues going along the same lines, they will enjoy that play, because you know they will under the proper conditions.
I wouldn't ask him about it right now, though.
And Pippen rejected by Mahorn. Good hustle by Rick Mahorn. On the 24, and that was well played by the Sixers. Barkley with a head of steam has stopped. Paxson and Jordan in his path, Green with the open shot. Sixers continue to have difficulties from outside. Here is Pippen. Yes, Scottie Pippen with another open shot. He has 14, and the Bulls lead at 58 to 44. Again, Green left wide open. Sixers able to get back, and Green with the steal. Gilliam, yes. Armin Gilliam with his first field goal. He missed his first 6 shot attempts. Phil Jackson calling for a timeout. The Bulls with a 12-point lead.
So much of the double teaming comes from the point guards in the NBA that you have to have a guy to knock out open shots. Right now, Rick Green is reluctant for the 76ers. That's why Paxson was so valuable during the season, shooting 55% for the Bulls. A few moments ago, as Mahorn chased down the loose ball, he just tried to get the fans a little bit involved here with what's going on. A little headbutt to let them know that you're with us, I understand.
Trying to get another member of the Thump and Bump Club. Well, next Saturday on NBA Inside Stuff, Ahmad Rashad, get this, Mike, sits poolside in L.A. with the man they call Magic, Irvin Magic Johnson. Always a tough assignment for Ahmad, plus all the latest news and highlights from the playoffs. NBA Inside Stuff next Saturday on NBC. Jordan has 15 at Chicago with a 14-point lead.
Ahmad has been telling me how hard they're working, and I feel for him.
7.5 remaining in the third quarter. Hawkins. Let's see, Hawkins 2 out of 6 from the field.
It's almost like Hawkins shot that one saying, look, I've got to start contributing, and then when he got in the air, he said, nah, this is a bad shot for me.
Paxson. And Mahorn protecting. Ricky Green at 36 years of age, the oldest regular starting point guard in NBA history. And it's Gilliam again. Newt Bowl, talking about Ricky Green, says that Green has been in the league so long, he ought to be my uncle. Bulls with a 60-48 lead. Pippen in another wide open shot.
These are uncontested, wide open 17-footers that they're going to knock down if you keep letting them stand around and shoot it. You must put more pressure on.
The backdoor lob did not work. The horn jumping out at Jordan. And here's another open shot. Bill Cartwright with his second bucket. He has 4. The double-ups now costing the 76ers a host of open shots, and the Bulls continue to convert.
Yo, Boss Blackman, here with the lattice lamp.
I am the genie on the lamp. I'm granting you just one wish.
What should I wish for? Do you know?
$1 million?
Nah, tax problem.
A new car?
Can't drive. I got it.
A wop babaloo mop bam boom!
Look, Mom, I can fly.
I like that, Genie.
I am the greatest!
The 1991 Toyota Previa All-Track LE was designed for precious cargo. No one knows that better than golf star Chichi Rodriguez, who uses the Previa to bring disadvantaged kids to his youth foundation for a little care and guidance.
Nothing is more precious than to see a smile on a little boy's or girl's face. To me, that's more important than winning any golf tournament.
Toyota Previa. We love what you do with it, Chichi.
What's the coolest new thing in sports? It's red. It's new tropical fruit flavored Gatorade. With a big, bold flavor that makes it the coolest new thing in sports.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by your Toyota dealers and their quality line of cars and trucks. Toyota, I love what you do for me. By Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized. And by Xerox, the document company.
Let's take a look at how these Bulls are winding up so free for their shots. As Cartwright sets the screen, Jordan dribbles off and accepts the double team, which means that Cartwright will roll to the open area. But the key guy here for the 76ers, there's the double team, winds up being Armin Gilliam, who's concerned about his man. As a result, he doesn't rotate quick enough over to Cartwright for the open jumper. The defense must rotate quickly, force the offensive man to put the ball on the floor.
Armin Gilliam only 2 for 10 from the field. And the 76ers, who had the terrific first-round shooting against Milwaukee in the 3-game sweep, have gone the other way against the Bulls, except for Charles Barkley, who is 9 out of 12 for his 21 points. The Bulls shooting 39% from the floor thus far, only 20 for 51. Shot clock at 5. Here's Andre Turner, who just checked in. The Bulls lead 64-50.
Again, there was the double team coming from the defensive point man, the one man, Paxson. As a result, Turner open, knocks out the jumper. Before, Ricky Green a little hesitant to shoot that.
Bulls have hit 7 of 10 from the field here in the third. Anderson looking to double up, call for the reach-in.
Personal foul from Ron Anderson. His second.
That's number 2 on Anderson. And there is the Sixer rundown. Aside from Barkley and the 3 of 5 by Mahorn, it has been a horrendous shooting performance. Oh, what a pass from Jordan, and Grant was hit. Barkley was looking for the push-out against Grant.
And if we think back during the game, that's at least the 4th opportunity that Michael Jordan has had the ball at the top of the circle area and finds a teammate open underneath. The Bulls are executing the half-court offense versus the double team. Obviously, they anticipated it after their team meeting yesterday, where they watched some film. They're all stepping to their spots. Jordan's finding them.
Charles Barkley called for his third 13th foul on the 76ers. Horace Grant, in his 4th season out of Clemson, averaged just under 13 per game during the regular season. 16, and the Bulls go to pressure.
Just trying to change up and keep the 76ers on their heels a little bit. Here comes the full court pressure, trying to see if they can force a turnover or a missed shot.
Well, the Sixers had no difficulty with it in that particular sequence.
Well, obviously they practiced against it, but Chicago held off this game, didn't use it until here in the third quarter.
And they have done that very effectively. They stagger the pressure. At times they'll go with the light, or as Phil Jackson calls it, the escort pressure. Cartwright had it knocked away and also took a shot.
Well, Horn loves to reach in with the free hand to try and strip the ball from his offensive opponent. Gets away with it many times by getting ball. That time got a little piece of the arm.
And that's 3 on the horn. The old Cartwright on the line for the first time. The Bulls have not shot well at the line this series. Only 63% the last 2 games. Phil Jackson and his Bulls went 61-21 during the regular season. Best record in the history of the franchise. They are the 9th team in the history of the league to win 60 games in a season. They swept the Knicks 3 straight. In the opening round, they won the first game by 41 points. And here today, they're trying to make it a 3-1 advantage on the Philadelphia 76ers. You recall a year ago, they knocked off the Sixers in the playoffs in 5. And then were eliminated once again by Detroit. How about the Pistons yesterday afternoon? How do you figure that kind of flat performance as they were just destroyed by the Boston Celtics?
Sometimes when you get in a situation where everything seems to cave in at the same time. A great pass over the top of Jordan's head. Michael had turned his back that time, did not see his man end the ball. As a result, they fired it right past his head. But it's one of those days where everything collapsed at the same time. The Celtics were on top of their game. I think the Celtics anticipate a little bit tougher battle in the next encounter.
Here's Jordan. He had to alter a shot, played well by Hawkins, but Jordan able to recapture. Took a wild shot. Barkley, once again, trying to get away with a pass that was very fine. He did succeed right at the start of the third quarter.
On the last out-of-bounds play, Jordan had turned his head. They fired it right past Mike. A little lob to Hersey underneath, who scores.
Anderson. He cannot get off. Oh, what hustle by Barkley. And he deflected it out.
As the ball came out of Anderson's hand on the shot, and you could hear the entire crowd anticipating that, hey, we need this one to go in, but it did not.
Bulls lead it 67-54, and that is called against Chicago. Cartwright and Barkley getting involved. They're having words now. And the horn steps in. Jake O'Donnell keeping Cartwright away. Bill Cartwright and Charles Barkley started to go at each other. Rarely do you see Cartwright that angry. He has certainly had his share of physical mishaps. There are some who feel they are not accidental. Others say, well, he's kind of an awkward player, and so havoc is created. He's been hit with a technical foul, and Hawkins will shoot the tee. Here's another look at it.
Cartwright sets a little back pick action on Barkley, and after the foul was blown and they were walking up the floor, Barkley kind of tapped him or patted him a little bit. I'm not sure that Bill took it in the right manner and reacted towards it. The screen takes place, the hold right there, the foul is called, and now as they go up the floor, watch Charles. He says a little something to Bill right after this and kind of puts a hand on him. Then Bill starts it with the push.
And Jake O'Donnell did a good job in separating the two.
And the crowd still remembering that Manute Bol was tossed out of the game the other night. They wanted Cartwright thrown out.
Little different situation, though. And the call against the 76ers.
If defensive position has been established out away from the basket, then it's an offensive foul. No question Paxson was there to take it.
Anderson called for his third. Again, Jordan posting up. The Bulls have a 12-point lead, just under 3 to go in the third. Bulls led by as many as 17. 2 on the shot clock. Crowd wanted to travel. Michael Jordan is only 7 for 21, and you heard the reaction. Philadelphia bench thought there should have been a call of steps. Again, the double up on Barkley. Cartwright comes over. Nice pass. Anderson will go to the line.
Just when you think you have a layup against this Bulls team, they're so quick reacting, so athletic, they cover so much ground, they get a piece of it to stop the easy score.
Officially, we don't know what the heck it is.
I don't know. But what else have I got to do this summer?
To the best of our knowledge, it's people in tight pants moving fast.
How can it be a chill out if it's summer? It's games, promotions, fun, and free cars.
It's like Woodstock, man. It's all the fun we had in the 50s.
People in tight pants moving fast.
It's like fusion, dude.
Psychologically speaking, the Pepsi Summer Chill Out gives us permission to let our hair down.
Chill out.
I'm chilling out.
Chill out.
Chill out.
Toyota's Iron Man Stewart wins. Another win for Iron Man Stewart. Miss Toyota and Iron Man Stewart. In the winner's circle again, Iron Man Stewart.
Wonder if Andretti has these problems.
We all like to keep our car looking new. That's why so many people use Armor All Protectant. Armor All cleans and shines the rubber, plastic, and vinyl. And it protects all those surfaces, too. So Armor All makes your car look like new. And helps it last longer. And that makes you look pretty smart. Armor All. It keeps you looking good.
Well, over the years, Bill Cartwright has been one who has been at the center of a host of physical mishaps. Some say not by accident. The Bulls say the awkwardness of Cartwright contributes to the series of incidents, a subject that we discussed.
Well, I'm a physical player. I have a chance to draw a lot of contact, and when I'm on the court, I'm going to run into somebody, so things are going to happen.
Bill, best of luck today. Ow! Ow! Little attempt at mirth, Mike. Do you know that? I'm sorry.
Showing your toughness.
I'm sorry. He even ran into a ball boy about a month ago, and the ball boy, it should be pointed out, came out second best. Bill Cartwright picked up his fourth in that disagreement moments ago with Charles Barkley. Anderson was fouled by Paxson. Cuts it to a 12-point Bulls lead.
76ers showing a little 2-2-1 pressure right now, trying to get the Bulls out of their half-court offense, perhaps produce a few turnovers to try and close this score down.
We're approaching 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Jordan. Michael Jordan now 8 for 22. He has 19. Michael Jordan coming into today with the tendonitis of the left knee, looking a little bit gimpy as he was Friday night when he hobbled his way to the 46-point performance. Good double team by the Bulls. Shot clock is down to 2. Turner has to fling it. Rebound rebounded by Anderson and knocked away. So the 76ers get the new 24.
Chicago Bulls play the passing lanes. They put pressure on the guy with the basketball, and then when they extend their defense, it makes the shot clock run down. You've got to get up shots that are challenged most times.
Anderson sweeping in, and Paxson off the steal. Anderson thought he was tripped up. Here comes Barkley. And once again, he tried to get too cute and turned it over.
Well, it's a plus and it's a minus when you have the player of Charles' ability to rebound and lead the fast break. He makes so many things happen. Yet at times, when he's not totally comfortable with what he's trying to do there, you'd rather have your guards making those decisions at the end. You live with that, though, during the course of the year because he makes so many positive things happen.
Cartwright getting position. Bill Cartwright with his third field goal. He has 7 points. Phil Jackson has stayed with him despite the 4th foul that he collected just moments ago. Now Mahorn whipping in on Cartwright. And Cartwright rebounds and hit the deck, as did Mahorn.
You think back to the Boston Celtics style of play where Bird has the ball at the top of the circle and makes so many things happen. I think today we're seeing Michael Jordan placed in that same role by Phil Jackson, a scorer but a distributor from the top of the circle area.
Shot clock at 4. It's down to 1. Armstrong. 15 seconds left in the quarter. The Bulls by 16. And Philadelphia holding for a final shot. Called on Jordan, that is his third, with 6 seconds remaining in the third.
One of the things that Michael Jordan loves to do is come from behind an offensive player and go for the block, swipe, or steal. Affects the shot there, forces Mahorn into a bad one. You know that Rick Mahorn knew Jordan was coming from behind.
Now Gilliam is back, and Mahorn sits down. 6 seconds remaining, third quarter. Barkley for 3. After 3, here at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, it's the Chicago Bulls 73 and the Philadelphia 76ers 57. Michael Jordan with 19, 6 of his 19 here in the third quarter. Chicago has led all the way, leading by as many as 17.
Not long ago, we asked Toyota truck owners with 100,000 miles to tell us their story. And they did, by the thousands. The letters kept coming from all over the country, from satisfied ranchers, electricians, park rangers, firefighters, over 14,000 of them. Each one a 100,000-mile truck story. That adds up to 1.4 billion truck miles. And the letters keep coming. I love what you do for me.
My mother and grandmother are definitely my ultimate heroes, and they've been my role models forever. Whatever you put into life, that's what you get out of it, and they both stressed that to me. And that's the kind of people you need, and it always starts at home.
At one point in time, you know, I thought school wasn't important to me, and my mom took the time out to pound it in my head that school was important and to get an education and to go on to college and make something of myself. Mom, you're fantastic.
This is the NBC Television Network.
With Pizza Hut Pairs, now 2 delicious medium pan pizzas bubbling with cheese, just $9.99. Add your favorite mouth-watering toppings to both.
Making it hot, making it twice, getting it fast and loving the price.
Now America's favorite pizza is making a great deal. 2 medium cheese pan pizzas, only $9.99. Add your choice of mouth-watering toppings.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Experience summer like never before in the heart of the Thousand Islands at Alexandria Bay and the spectacular Pine Tree Point Resort. At Pine Tree Point, you'll dine in casual elegance with a view of the beautiful St. Lawrence and dance to top entertainment. Enjoy our beautiful terrace lunches along with our scrumptious Sunday brunch. And when you phone our toll-free number, ask about our special escape package rates. Enjoy the best of the Thousand Islands at Pine Tree Point Resort, Alexandria Bay.
Happy Mother's Day from all of us at Channel 3.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Welcome back to the Spectrum in Philadelphia. 85-degree day outside. Indoors, the Chicago Bulls with the commanding 73-57 lead as they look to go up 3-1 in this best of 7. Game 5 Tuesday night in Chicago. And the 76ers with a 20-point first quarter, 18 in the second, 19 in the third.
Well, keep in mind, during the regular season, the Bulls held their opponents to about 101 points a game, which was 4th best in the league. That's slightly over 25 points per quarter. Those 3 quarters were outstanding defensively.
Will Purdue has checked back in. Bill Cartwright sitting down. B.J. Armstrong has returned. Purdue from outside. Handling the ball, took some of the pressure off Jordan. Stuck Throttle over Grant and Purdue. Charles Barkley has gone most of the way. Had a brief rest late first half. Anderson. Yes. And Ron Anderson with only his second field goal. So Gilliam and Anderson able to get on early here in the fourth. They have been invisible to this point.
Well, the team shooting 38% at the end of 3 quarters comes out and makes the first 2 shots, and they are made by the guys that they need to make them, Gilliam and Anderson.
Jordan able to beat the double team. The Bulls 75 and the 76ers 61.
Let's keep in mind, Jim Ryan told us he wants to change up when he double teams, when he plays Jordan straight up, when it's a read by Jordan.
Anderson showing confidence. He thought he was hit. Looking for the hacking foul. Scottie Pippen threw the foul. And that makes it even worse for Ron Anderson.
Well, if you're going to try to show an official up and then in front of the entire arena start banging your arm saying, hey, I got fouled, and the play comes right back at you, you know what to expect.
Anderson called for his 4th. Scottie Pippen to the line for the first time. 17 for Pippen, displaying his usual solid all-around game. Did not shoot well, though, on Friday night, 9 for 23, but he is just capping off an outstanding regular season. The Bulls 77 and the Sixers 61 with a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Lost it, and Armstrong held by Turner.
And by the foul taking place in the backcourt before he got the ball over the half-court line, they'll just take it out on the side. There will be no shot attempts on this one. After the deflection by Pippen, as they're bringing the ball right there, the foul takes place. If that ball would have been on the other side, across the half-court line, they would have awarded 2 free throws to the Bulls.
Because of the clear path to the basket. Interpretation. Yes, and it counts. Grant with 19, and he will go to the line.
Well, that was the clear path to the rim right there. As a result of the pick and roll, double team, the open teammate underneath.
Anderson called for the foul, his 5th, and a timeout has been called.
Fact. Ford offers performance that's supercharged and turbocharged. Fact. Ford offers 16, even 24-valve engines. Fact. Mustang GT, Probe GT, Thunderbird SC, Escort GT, and Taurus SHO make up the best-selling line of performance cars, American or import. Call it leadership. Call it winning. The simple fact is, Ford is number one. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish my old partner was here tonight, because this used to be our song.
All my dreams come true. In my arms, stocks and bonds, and a hope for two.
In the movies, happy endings are easy. But in the real world, they take solid planning. So for peace of mind, investment advice, and buying or selling your home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
For those of you looking for the big taste of Miller Genuine Draft, in a light beer, we proudly present Cold Filtered Miller Genuine Draft Light. Also available in 12-ounce sizes.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? By McDonald's, always good food, always good value. And by Miller Genuine Draft Light. Big draft taste comes to life.
Bulls have an 18-point lead in a game that has had its share of rough play, both in the first and second half, similar to what took place in Game 2 in Chicago. We asked Michael Jordan, does the Sixer rough play bother him?
No, I mean, it really doesn't. As long as I know what's going on, and it's within good sportsmanship. You know, I don't like stuff outside of the sportsmanship. I think you know, if I know that I've got a breakaway and they can't let me have that basket, and they foul me and make it a hard foul, at least check and see if I'm all right. I mean, that's good sportsmanship. I would do that for them, basically. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. But I still have to play. I got to play my game, no matter how you look at it.
There are ways of fouling, trying to stop easy scores. Michael talking about people undercutting, taking your legs out where you don't really have a chance of protecting yourself when the fall takes place.
And we resume with Horace Grant looking to complete a three-point play. 20 points for Grant. And Chicago with the biggest lead of the game, a margin of 19. Double up, and B.J. Armstrong able to anticipate that return attempt. Oh, he is walloped. Talk about rough play. He was slammed.
But not intentional. It was a situation where, because of the position that the contact took place, his body wound up going right into the stanchion behind. Barkley goes up, tries to back off, but it's a hard foul. There's no question. Yeah, it's a hard foul. Armstrong coming on the double team with his hands out, trying to force the turnover, gets it, and then Barkley, probably mad at himself because of the turnover, gets him with his body.
I don't agree with you. Obviously, officials don't.
You haven't agreed with me much this season.
Which is actually, once I start agreeing with you, I'll start questioning myself. Flagrant foul was called. And so it is possession to Chicago. I think Charles Barkley has taken the knee brace off. I think it's part of the game, but it's so difficult to read someone's mind in a situation like that, as you well know. If Charles was on truth serum, I think he was trying to shake B.J. up a bit.
You know, it's tough to say with the effects of 270 pounds landing on 150 pounds.
And here come the Sixers. Anderson. The Bulls now lead it 82-63.
Mark, I think Charles hit him hard. Does that make you feel better?
Well, no. Even you saw that. It's what the intent of the hit is what we're discussing here. I don't think he wants to hurt B.J. Jordan, but I think he's delivering a message. 84-63 Bulls. Gillian gets inside, and Pippen rips it down.
Once again, Michael Jordan coming from behind the shooter's head, trying to get a piece or at least affect the shot by Gilliam.
Michael Jordan, 23 points, 10 assists. Barkley joining Hawkins defensively on Jordan, and it allows Pippen the open shot. That was a three-point attempt. Grant getting it back out, and they will regroup. Pippen and Jordan playing catch, setting it up as they got the new 24.
Right back into their triangle offense, which produces easy scores, and there's one of them right there on the backdoor play. High post flash, hit the high post, backdoor the guard.
And B.J. Armstrong extends to an 86-63 lead. Just over 4 minutes gone by on the fourth. Barkley from Turner, yes, and it counts. 25 points for Barkley.
When the guards will dribble penetrate and draw the defense in, it produces high percentage shots for those big guys. Barkley making sure inside he finishes off.
Purdue called for the foul. Barkley 3 out of 5 from the line. It's been a tough season physically for Charles Barkley. Making it back from the sprain of the medial collateral ligament in his left knee. Had a series of ankle injuries. Continues to bounce back. Charles telling us one wrong move and he could be through for the playoffs. Hodges, Pippen keeps it alive. Particularly hurts when he goes to his right, although he has taken the brace off. Jordan, oh, what a move! Pulling his way along the baseline.
Jordan knew that there was another sixer coming from behind to double team him. He started to pull back. He knew there was somebody coming. Foul takes place right there on the trap, and yet continued to the baseline to finish the dunk. He starts to pull back, but then on his way to the basket, knows he's got a small guard, takes him strong. Here comes Anderson sneaking from behind, but never gets a chance to finish the double team.
Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. All my dreams will go fast.
The field was crowded, but people knew what they wanted. In a few short months, Explorer passed all the rest. With advanced push-button four-wheel drive, Ford's newest winner, the roomiest 4x4 in its class, outsold every competitor. Explorer, leaving the crowd behind.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sport Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanation. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sport Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Oscar winner Rod Steiger and Michael Gross take you on one of the biggest manhunts in FBI history. In the Line of Duty 3, Manhunt in the Dakotas, NBC tonight.
The Bulls in the midst of a 15-4 run over the last 4 minutes, and they have their biggest lead of the game, a margin of 23, not getting it from both Armin Gilliam and Ron Anderson, and that has hurt Anderson 3 out of 10, and Gilliam only 3 for 12 from the field. Let's go over to Ahmad.
All right, Marv, I was just trying to find out on why Charles Barkley took that brace out, and Charles answered me like only Charles can. He said, because I wanted to.
Ahmad always getting to the crux of the story. As Charles has removed the brace that does slow him. The brace of the left knee. Here's Turner. Langston had just checked back in. Able to rebound. It's Pippen up front with Purdue and Livingston. Hodges and Jordan in the backdoor.
Sig coming back.
Craig Hodges.
Philly comes out of the timeout, goes to its 1-3-1 half-court trap with Bol back in the game, trying to force some perimeter shots, some misses.
Sixers with Bol up front along with Barkley and Anderson. Hawkins and Turner now in the backcourt.
Again, the 1-3-1, trying to produce some easy scores off of missed shots, off of turnovers. And one thing the Bulls like to do is get Hodges in the corner with a three-pointer.
Here's Hodges. That was 2-point range. And the Bulls now lead 90-67. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Chicago Bulls seeking to make it a 3-1 lead and the best of 7. And then they will look to wrap it up Tuesday in Chicago. The Bulls have won 12 straight playoff games at home. That dates back to the last game of the 1989 Eastern Conference Finals against Detroit. It is a backcourt violation. And the crowd reacts because the ball was thrown in anger by Purdue. And that will be a technical foul.
I'm not sure what Will Purdue is thinking about unless he's just mad at himself for not coming up with the loose ball.
Well, Will Purdue is called for the tee. Coming up next, it'll be all the excitement of the NBA playoffs right here on NBC. Magic Johnson and the LA Lakers going up against Chris Mullin and the Golden State Warriors in Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. Lakers now lead Utah 2-1. Lakers up 2-1. Dick Enberg and Steve Snapper Jones will have it for you following Sixers and the Bulls. Tell you how badly it's gone for the Sixers. Even Hersey Hawkins missing from the foul line. Missed the technical. With the air ball swing and a hard foul given now by the Bulls, although Hersey is being helped to his feet.
That's just a little reminder from before when Turner went into the backstop. Or rather, I should say B.J. Armstrong went into the backstop. That's a little reminder from the Bulls that we can take our fouls also.
His foul was called on Jordan. That was his fourth. Hawkins, 5 out of 6 from the line. Hersey only 3 for 7 from the field, 11 points. And the Sixers have had their problems at the foul line. They're 13 for 20. So the Bulls lead it 90-68.
Are we getting close to the point that if you're Phil Jackson, understanding that Jordan is struggling a little bit with that leg, that you pull him?
Yes.
He's kind of enjoying the crowd abusing him right now. He's smiling back at the people looking up at the scoreboard.
Turner knocked it away. Hawkins. And he was hit by Livingston.
Livingston is second, team fourth.
Getting a big physical.
Well, if there's not going to be any easy scores when Chicago's on offense, the Bulls just making sure that the Sixers aren't getting any easy ones. And Jordan looked over at Phil Jackson and said, I understand. We've got to keep our heads in it. Let's not lose our concentration. With just under 5 minutes to go, there still is time for things to turn around.
Like we touched on this last week, but getting to this point of the season has been a major accomplishment for Jim Lynam. When you consider the slew of injuries suffered by Charles Barkley, they lost Johnny Dawkins, major trade made midway through the season, changing the makeup of the squad acquiring Armin Gillian. They lost Mike Cheminsky. And this is a ball club that has had 19 different players on the roster.
It's a team that lost 120 games, Philadelphia, to injuries this year, whereas Chicago, the fewest in the league, only 20 games missed due to injury.
Hodges for three. Oh, he has the touch now. You can see the look. Craig Hodges, winner of the NBA's three-point shooting competition at the All-Star weekend when he hit 19 in a row, connecting on his first three of the afternoon. Hodges on the steal, even went behind the back, putting the move on Turner, then tried to go behind the back to Pippen. Did not work. And the crowd urging Manute to pump one up again. The Bulls now lead 93-73. Livingston for Purdue got it back out. Here is Jordan from downtown. Barkley. And Hawkins missed the layup. I would think very shortly we will see Michael Jordan depart. 20-point lead coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the game. Hodges again from downtown.
I think we see Jordan depart, and I think we see Barkley out of this soon also.
Has not had a stoppage in a while. Turner. Out of 2:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Bulls 93 and the 76ers 75. Bulls have had the sizable lead throughout. And they will take a commanding 3-1 advantage in the best of 7. Shot clock was down to 2. Scottie Pippen with 20 points.
You see the Bulls developing that arrogance that teams who go on to win championships eventually get, and you only get that from going through learning experiences. They've done that.
Arrogance or confidence or combination thereof. Well, Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley happen to be very close off the court, enjoying the moment, although I think Michael is enjoying it a little bit more.
Escort owners talk about the new Ford Escort.
From the 87 to the 91, it's 100% difference.
I would definitely buy another one. It's a good, solid car, and I think it's a good value for the price.
I was really surprised at what we were getting for the price we paid. I'm really happy with the quality and the value, and my husband loves the way it handles on the highway. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it a 10.
Right now, Ford is offering low financing or special savings on all new Escorts.
Bit by bit, putting it together, piece by piece, the way to make an ideal work.
Behind every accomplishment is a document that bridges the gap between what can be and what will be.
Every moment's contribution, every detail plays a part, putting it together.
Putting together documents that can change the world. Faxing, scanning, copying, printing. Xerox, the document company.
Kick it out.
The big orange taste of Minute Maid orange soda, the official soft drink of the NBA.
We all like to keep our car looking new, so use Armor All Protectant. It makes your car look like new and helps it last longer. And that makes you look pretty smart. Armor All. It keeps you looking good.
The lovable Lee Trevino, Chichi Rodriguez, and the men who forever remain kids at heart. The Liberty Mutual Legends of Golf next weekend.
Today's Miller Genuine Draft Player of the Game, Horace Grant of the Chicago Bulls. And on behalf of Horace, NBC, and Miller Genuine Draft will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. Horace Grant sending the message early, very active off the boards. He's 8 out of 14 from the field, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 6 off the offensive glass, in contrast to Marvin Gilliam, who never got into it.
Gilliam, Anderson just did not get the support necessary to go along with Barkley, who started out well today.
And the Sixers have begun to clear the bench. Dave Hoppin, Ryan Oliver, Jason Williams checked in. Shot clock is at 2. Oliver. Nice move by the rookie from Georgia Tech. And the Bulls now lead 95-77. Phil Jackson now has lifted Michael Jordan, who finishes up with 25, shot only 11 for 27. Dennis Hobson has come out. It's Scott Williams who just checked in, rookie from North Carolina. Hobson also missing. Hoppin from Turner. Dave Hoppin in his 4th season out of Nebraska, originally a 3rd-round draft pick of the Atlanta Hawks back in '86. Went on to Charlotte, acquired from the Hornets in the Gilliam-Jaminski transaction. Grant, Megan Grant, 22 points for Grant. Bulls 97 and the 76ers 79 as we come up on 1 minute remaining in the game. High point men for the Sixers. Barkley with 25. Off game for Hawkins and 15 points. Anderson with 10, but Anderson only 4 for 11 from the field. Jordan with his 25, but did not shoot well. Grant with 22, and Pippen with 20. And B.J. Armstrong with 8 points. Now to 40 seconds remaining. And the Bulls with a 20-point lead. Here's Hoppin. 99-81. The series will shift back to the Windy City. Game 5 on Tuesday. If there is a Game 6, it will be back here in Philadelphia. Oliver with 20 seconds remaining. The Chicago Bulls turning it with their defensive play in the second quarter.
This team has the ability to put strings together both at the offensive end and defensively to blow games open quickly. That's what happened.
It counts and the foul with 6 and 4/10 seconds remaining. So Dennis Hobson on the score sheet. Coming up next, it'll be Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers going up against Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, and the Golden State Warriors. That'll be Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinals. Dick Enberg, Steve Jones will bring it to you. As Turner goes the length of the court, and the Bulls with a 101-85 victory over the 76ers to take a 3-games-to-1 lead in this best of 7. Thanks to our producer, Tommy Roy, our director, Andy Rosenberg, handling the stats as always, Mr. Stats, Elliot Cow. Again, the rundown of the high scores, Jordan with 25, Grant with 22, Pippen had 20, while the Sixers, led by Barkley, who had 25, and Hawkins with 15. We'll be back here in Philadelphia after these words.
There's only one light beer with the big taste of Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered Genuine Draft Light.
We're on our way. Yeah, we'll be ready.
Discover Genuine Draft Light.
When it was first introduced, Ford Taurus became a tremendous success. Naturally, this made Taurus a target for the competition. But while they've been taking aim, we've been making Taurus even better with improvements in ride, handling, and performance, and safety advances like a driver's airbag and anti-lock brakes. Because everybody knows it's much harder to hit a moving target.
Have you driven a Ford lately?
Hey, Michael, you like lean beef? Oh, okay. How about fresh lettuce and tomato? I'll take that as a yes. All the trimmings? All right. What say we put it all on a toasted sesame seed bun? McDonald's calls it the new McLean Deluxe, Michael. It's 91% fat-free, 100% delicious. Say, Michael, can we get you one? Haha, true it is. McDonald's new McLean Deluxe, the official sandwich of the NBA.
The Lakers, the Warriors. It's Magic and Mullen in a good old Western shootout. The NBA playoffs continue next.
Welcome back to the Spectrum, where I'm here with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. You guys take a 3-1 lead. Michael, what was the difference in the game today as opposed to the other night?
I think our defense, we rebounded the ball very well. Scottie got himself going, as well as Harris played extremely well. I think it was a well-balanced effort by everybody on the team, defensively as well as offensively.
All right, Scottie, you come in here. You guys got pretty much what you want. You split, and you go home with a big advantage.
Well, yeah, I think our home court advantage should give us the edge. I thought we played well in front of our fans, so I think we'll come back and play the same.
All right, a question that everybody wants to know. Tony Kukoc will not be coming to the Bulls, at least right away. Your reaction?
Well, my reaction, as well as everybody on the team, basically, we are focused on what we have to do right now. I think that's management's job to worry about what's going to happen in the future. But basically, now Scotty's can get his contract taken care of. Everybody else can get their contracts taken care of. And certainly, it's going to be a happier and more smiles in Chicago.
All right, good game, you guys. Good luck to you. All right, back to you, Marv.
All right, Ahmad, final score again. The Chicago Bulls, 101. Philadelphia 76ers, 85. Easy victory for Chicago to go up 3 games.